Alright. By SHTF plan, a food shortage, a 400% rise in the cost of food. As we approach winter, more crops fail. It will begin to come clear to a good portion of the population. Difficult to ignore if you are in the preparedness mindset. 2015. Of 100% of the long-term average, there would be a number of Bangladesh 100% of the long-term average. A raft of climate this week. Cooperation mostly won the day. Along with WWF, the Center for American Progress, and the Center for Naval Analysis, the company was recognized. President John to India, the best associations. The virus, if we allow this to happen. These levels, they're planning on famine, that's in the scriptures. Let me get Revelation chapter 6. And let me get Matthew. Shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Chapter. And great mourning, the beginning of famine, and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Verse 19. Behold, famines and plague, tribulation and anguish shall be seen as scourges for a minute. Verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. That was before, back in 2021, right? And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the others shall escape the hunger. That escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So, a lot of y'all is going to perish of famine, starvation. And the other that escape the hunger, you go to these FEMA camps to get food, shall the sword destroy. Or you're looking for food and you get caught up, shall the sword destroy. Verse 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. There shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Verse 24. There shall be no man left to till the earth. It's going to cause a lot of death. Verse 25. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? Verse 26. The grapes shall wine, and who shall tread them? Verse 27. So that one man shall desire to see another, to hear his voice. hide themselves in their groves in the clefts of rocks. You know, it's going to cause a lot of death. You know, 6 verse 8. I'm going to start at verse 7. When he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. Verse 8, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given to them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. That's going to come out of this, man. That fourth seal being open. You know, this pale horse, which pale, you know, goes back to the Greek word there is chloros, meaning a palish green. And I looked, and behold, a horse pale chloros. Behold, a ashen horse, pale horse. And we get pale green, pale. A green, pale green. Pale green, pale. And what is this Esau's agenda called? Is known as the green agenda. So a sustainable agenda. You know, Agenda 21, now called Agenda 20, and now called Agenda 30. That's a pale green. That fits the description of why it's called a pale green, a chloros horse. You know, and these devils about to move, they about to come down with great wrath. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, but because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You know, these devils know that they have but a short time, so they're gonna move quick and soon, you know. You know, hey, you devils are gonna move quick and soon, but as soon as you move, Isaiah 59 verse 19, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai shall lift up a standard against them. Verse 20, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, to turn from transgression to Yahweh. You know, Zechariah, you know, you devil, man, you not get away. In that day shall Yahweh defend. In that day shall Zechariah 12 and 8. In that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among the men At that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as powers, as the angel will be howled before them. Verse 9, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. So y'all gonna be, it's gonna end up being for your downfall. And your ultimate downfall is gonna be after that Third World War. After them nukes fly and most of them hit Babylon. You're gonna be doing those days. Right when you think about what you thought you was gonna achieve. Which she later restored, verse 8, Job chapter 20, and shall swallow down according to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice in his mourning, he shall not rejoice therein. Verse 19, because he hath oppressed, taken away, and forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away the house which he buildeth not. Verse 20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save of that which he desired. Verse 21, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. Verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, power Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Verse 24, he shall flee from iron weapon, the bull steel shall strike him through, and always bring out how Superman is called the Man of Steel. He's also called Kal-El. Kal-El, which you break down, is Kal-El. Ka'ala, really all powerful, all powers, all powerful, all powerful. And then really basically his story, when you look at it, is Yahushua story, man. They know what they taught. Well, they basically, they trying to predictive program Yahushua. These devils, that's what they're trying to do. Verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah, he that flee from the iron weapon is who? The iron weapon, this is nukes, these nukes, and he is these elites. Verse 25, and it is drawn and he cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, tears are upon. Verse 26, all darkness shall be hid in the secret places. A fire not blown shall consume them. These nukes and these concentrated fire beams from the chariots. A fire not blown shall consume them, and shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. Verse 27, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity. Yah, by Shem Yahushai, as well as the internet based on the satellites. Which is basically there's satellites that's used to basically, that's how the internet works. There's satellites used to keep it working. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. And let me get chapter 5. Fight with them against the unwise. 5. Field, and the beasts of the field shall be. For thou shalt be in league with this. Like it. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Verse 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither thou shalt be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Let me get Job. Let's go back to Job 20. Or Job chapter 27. So the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Verse 28. The increase of his house shall depart, and his good shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Verse 27. They're going to go back to us, man. The goods that they stole. Verse 29. This is the portion of a wicked man from power of Yahweh, the heritage appointed unto him by power of Yahweh. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Hope this line was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Abad Babal, that's Babylon. Abad La Adawamium, that's these other nations. Or that's these devils, these Edomite devils. Abad La Gawayim, that's these other nations. Abad La Ayab Yabnawa, that's our enemies, which the rest of them would be you 2/3 of you so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans, and these speckled birds. They here in these states, Israelite foreigners, here in these states. And to rebels that scattered to the four corners of the earth among the Israelite foreigners, most of them look like the other nations. And northern kingdom that's not living here in Babylon. I'm not gonna live here in Babylon. Shalom, stay strong. Baba Ba and Yasharallah forever. Shalom.